That was the call of the day, and of course it was Willie Brown himself leading it. This was no time for shyness. Willie Brown looked dapper as ever as he walked to church services and then across the street to his inauguration as the 41st mayor of San Francisco. And the first thing that happened was a phone glitch that gave him a chance to be vintage Willie Brown.
Yes, you may. It's the White House calling you.
This is Willie Brown. They put me on hold. What nerve. Now, if any of you have ever spoken to me by telephone, you know I've never waited this long for anybody.
Finally, the president did get through.
Mr. President.
Mayor, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Mr. President?
I'm great.
And you should be here with us. It is just incredible. There's no snow and no Republicans.
And the short swearing in seemed almost anticlimactic after the long campaign.
As you hold the office of mayor of San Francisco.
I do.
The speech was also vintage Brown. He used only a few notes, and he was clearly glad the campaign was over.
I have never shaken as many hands as I had to shake this time around in all of my life. I'm not sure that I ever want to see another bus stop at 7:30 in the morning.
Brown wasted no time making news, announcing the appointments of Chinese-American Fred Lau as police chief and African-American Bob Demmons as fire chief, two closely guarded secrets that will mark his style as mayor.
And the reason that there have been no leaks, because I didn't tell a soul what my real plans were. My fellow mayors had cautioned me, any information you share with anybody will be in somebody's column before you wake up the next morning. This administration will not be plagued with those kinds of leaks. I will make my decisions. I will listen clearly to each one of you. You will have total input, but I will not share what I intend to do until I make the announcement, and I alone will make the announcement.
Other city issues quickly got moved to the front burner.
I also intend to see that there is a ballpark built in this town. I don't intend to lose either one of the two major sports franchises.
That pleased at least a few leaders in the crowd.
Well, I'll bet there was something that pleased you in the speech today.
Well, the mayor has pledged his support to the ballpark, and that's very, that's comforting for us, obviously, and we appreciate that.
As for his tendency to play his cards close to his vest, that will make reporters' jobs harder for the next 4 years. His son, Michael Brown.
I think you've got a man who's going to be firmly in control, and that's all I can say, and he's going to be himself, and he's going to do what he can.
Firmly in control? Well, just look at how the ceremonies ended. The mayor himself leading the orchestra. That symbolism wasn't lost on the Chronicle's editorial page editor.
The other thing I thought was interesting was that sort of lasting image of Willie Brown directing the orchestra, which I think may have become a metaphor for the entire 4 years, and I'm sure that's what he hopes to do with the Board of Supervisors.
And that will be a skill of some note.
It was also payback time from the campaign. Brown promised a youth center for the Excelsior District, a big World AIDS conference in the city, and an economic summit to convene here within the first 100 days.